Hello and welcome, SpeedGaming 2 fans, to another round of the Link to the Past Randomizer Main Tournament 2023 edition. We are looking at Group AA today. Our mode tonight is Standard Boots, and our two runners are norskmatty and Zaphikel. Joining me, top file on comms, we have IB Karma and Jaxie doing tracking. How are you doing, Karma?
I'm doing great. This is both friends of mine, so I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm more friends with Zaph than I am with norskmatty, but I believe norskmatty is using their own sprites, so that's going to be something you don't usually see on rotation these days.
Yeah, that's been stuck on Plague Knight for a while, and Maddie's been stuck on his sprite for at least the league season, maybe longer. I don't know how long he's actually had it.
Yeah. So just to kind of give you guys a group idea exactly what's going on with Group AA as we're starting to head into brackets at the end of this week. Ninderbro has finished first in this group at 5-1. The only person to give him a loss is Zaphikel, who is 1-2. norskmatty's 2-1. 2-2. And as such, we're in kind of an interesting predicament. Zaphikel needs to win two of his last three games in order to advance. norskmatty has to at least win these two, and then if not, hope that Zaph loses his last game against Gretel. And okay, never mind. Let's scratch that. We're not playing standard boots. We're playing casual boots. But the sword won't. Yeah, the sword won't start appearing until we actually talk to the uncle, though.
Still works on all your dash lines, but we do get a random weapon still. So
yeah, this is actually kind of interesting. The last time it's a bow. The last time I did standard boots, we actually had hammer in Link's house. And it was Samaria at the uncle. Okay.
Okay, seed. This could be fast.
Yeah.
That's 3 really nice items way up front.
Yeah. Do you dive Eastern Palace immediately?
If it's a crystal, then I would say probably. I don't know how big either of them are on early skip of CAC, but at the end of the CAC route, I could see Eastern over South Shore if it's a crystal.
Yeah, I kind of like doing I don't know. I think I've said this in the past. Like I'm kind of like a little bit of a memer when it comes to the opening route on boot start. I kind of like to do a more of a Ice Rod Cave play after getting out of sync and checking bonk rocks, but you know, that's not everybody.
Oh, okay. So you like taking Whirlpool outside of
Lost
the woods?
Yeah. I think it's, but I do it because like I play a lot of entrance around. I like doing kind of getting some of those more out of the way locations done first.
What I like about this is they're both using completely different strats. So Maddie's using more NMG strats with the sword, and Zaph is using bow and hook shot.
Yeah.
And they're about even either way.
Yeah. Zaph has noticed that there are some prizes red rupees. That's actually kind of nice. In that case, I may actually change my mind about my routing. If we have red rupees, that means it's not going to be too hard to get to 500. So maybe push off Ice Rod Cave until we can get to Zora money.
I can see that. I'm a big fan of early water walking Zora area, especially with money. Oh, because he stunned them, he respawned.
Yeah. Zaph. Well, on one hand, he's also pretty much set for Belt Under money already. So, there is that.
Yeah, Zaph is yet to check stun prize, so Zaph has no clue it's 20s yet. Or not Zaph, Matty.
Yeah. I mean, not that you normally would in this gate, because 2 of the guards you have to kill have to drop keys, so you're only going to really see it against that second green guard, that first green guard.
I'm just curious what's going to be in the back of Escape. Are we going to get more gold, or is it actually going to slow down a little bit?
Well, so Zelda Cell was the key. The key was, sorry, in the first chest in this rescue. So we're still missing a map.
Which, if we're the runners, if you're the runners, you're hoping it's just in that sank chest. You just grab the 3 and then get the bell. So Zaph is about a screen, maybe a screen and a half behind.
Yeah, and a lot of this is just because he had to kill that one guard a second time. But, you know, this is really early on. It's not anything close to insurmountable.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just small differences, and you'll see. So, going into this race, these two have talked a lot, right? And so I know Matty is really good execution runner. Like, he does NMG the whole 9 yards. Zaph loves cross keys and routing logic.
Yeah. I am very much in the Zaph camp of things. So
I'm kind of decided to see which way carries this. Is it going to be the pure execution, or is it going to be the routing choices?
yeah.
Oh, there's all your money.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, so obviously kind of doing pretty much a standard follow-on from that looked to be all light world crystals, and I don't think a single one of them is red.
That's what I thought too. And that means I would 100%. Second thing I'm doing, whether it be CAC or before, is going to be Eastern.
Yeah.
But that's just me, though.
Bushcraft just blues. Just some bombs on the lumberjack. Zaph got to be a little careful here. He is only in 1 heart. But his tier 2 is heart, so he's fine now.
So what I like about this is I like that our runners have options, right? So we have a ton of opening options. And especially depending on what CAC holds, or if they skip CAC or whatever they decide to do here in about 10, 15 seconds. And it looks like Matty running out means he's not going to skip CAC. But we just have a lot of chance for varying routes, right?
Yeah. But it's also going to be interesting. If we do have 3 light world crystals, as we think, this could be a pretty fast dark world. We may not need Samario. We may not need flippers. And at the very least, we got our hook shot. So, yeah.
I'm actually not sure if either one of these players can hover. I know Zaph can't. I'm not sure about Matty.
Well, there goes the money.
And a fire rod.
Yep. That's a really nice pickup right now. So that's nice because you can. While we can't get the big key chest to the big key chest in Eastern, that'll help get that first Igor kill in the back, heading to Armos Knights.
It puts Eastern boss into logic.
That is, yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking with my cross keys brain of, oh no, you just need a lamp everywhere.
Oh no, you're fine. The logic in this game, especially if we start having to think about key logic can get kind of funny. I wouldn't call this a stacker go so far, but it's been passable. You get plenty of money, Moon Pearl Fire Rod. We get a Glover Hammer, and it's kind of really good, I guess.
Yeah.
free bottle, so we get to do Sick Kid while we're here. I mean, the only other thing you could want right now is Flute, right?
Pretty much. You're pretty much going to get all your checks out of done in CAC other than the Flute, so.
And the kid in the bed just gives us his entire heart.
Gotta have heart.
So I'm wondering if we are going to get divergence. I'm hoping that we have maybe a South Shore versus an Eastern or something like that. But we probably won't see much divergence yet. They're probably going to follow each other for, I would say, the first little bit, at least maybe to Dark World Access.
Yeah. We got a book on the ledge. So that's desert clearable too. So I don't think anybody's going to be checking Iceberg Cave for a little while. I kind of expect... Yeah, I kind of have two options now, I think. You can either do Mini Moldorm Cave and kind of go over to Desert Palace and then Nikina. Or you go to Eastern. I think it's going to kind of depend on runner preference.
Yeah, we still need a glove for Desert, but
That is true.
It's definitely close to beatable. We're going to probably find a glove unless this is an Agaseed.
Yeah.
So I don't expect it to be too long before we have 2 clearable Light World dungeons. And honestly, if we get a glove, we're really we're just a mirror off of being able to clear all 3.
True. And yeah, actually, no. No glove. You do Eastern first. You hope for a glove here.
Yeah, I mean, I could see South Shore. Like I said, I could see either one of these plays. I love the Eastern play, though.
Yeah, I tend to be in this case, I think it's you just want to be clearing your crystal dungeon.
Yep, and they're both following.
Yeah. There's Quake, so we got 1 med. May not need them today, but we'll see. As one enters, the other leaves.
Yeah, I feel like that 10-15 seconds difference is still about where we're at. I actually like this Eastern Palace clear too, because we have hookshot. It's going to be a fast Eastern.
Yeah, there really isn't anything here like anything in our kit other than maybe Silver Arrows that would speed up any part of Eastern Palace. Well,
whether we lead it or not, we found it. So we have Kane.
Yep.
This also sets up very nicely for what you would call a very nice Eastern. If we can get another item or a big key here. Okay, big key. If the next 2 chests are items, then it's just essentially a God Eastern, like you would call like a God Mire.
Yeah, no, we don't even have to worry about going over to the big key chest. Save a good 30-40 seconds that way at least.
Yeah, that's what I'd be hoping for in their shoes right now, is that it's just 2 items back to back. And there's a glove. So, how long do you think we're going to be calming for? And there's okay.
I don't know, I think we got about another 45 minutes or so, at least. Yeah, this is very fast, but we still got ways where this could go south very quickly.
Yes, this is just this beginning of the seed, and if you're in either runner's shoe, this beginning of the seed is super frightening.
Yeah, this is. I was having this conversation with Radical Sniper a couple matches coming with him ago, And I think I'd agree with him. Like, Standard Boots is one of the hardest things, probably one of the harder modes to like make up time on, because like if you get the right type of seat, this thing is just going to be on a line. I'm surprised. I'm actually a little surprised that Norris didn't pick up the full magic there. Not just because of that doesn't need it for Armos. They don't need it for Armos, but it actually would cut down a little bit of time for the magic refill at the end of the fight.
Oh, we do have a chance for Zaphikel to make up a little time. Matty missed the quick kill.
I do.
And good quick kill.
Nice. And so I think we're gonna see goodbye to Ice Red Cave here for a while. I don't really expect either one to go right out to it right now.
I don't even expect mini Moldorm. I expect Dam left. The full clearable desert.
See, I could see at least checking into Moldorm Cave, because we can improve our Moldorm. I mean, we have a fire rod, but like you can make it a little bit of an easier trip. But we'll see.
Well, Zaph is definitely doing mini Moldorm first.
Yeah.
And Matty is not. I don't hate either of these plays, to be fair. Both of these plays are very, very fine.
Yeah. Just the red ruby.
There's very few things that speed up your desert at this point. It's another clearable crystal. You do that, and then you plan on doing Moldorm, Ice Rod, Zora area later.
Yeah. On the other hand, like, you could get like a half magic, or well, okay. Well, here we go. Zaph proving me wrong. So I'm gonna guess this is because Zaph feels like he wants something to be here, because he knows if everything's on a straight line, he's not going to win. So he's going to try to pick a place that's out of the way, and this is going to be that place.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see him we'll see, yeah. He's going to do Zora Water Walk, too.
Yeah.
I expect him to leave Hobo here, and he's just going to do Waterfall, Zora Ledge, and Zora, because he has Splash Delete set up, too.
Yeah. We didn't see the lake item either, so that'll also be... You might take a quick run out there and see what that is. Yeah, here we go.
There could be some bias in that. There could have been 2 races deciding about somebody not remembering to check that check. Both involving him.
Well, the good thing is that I don't think we saw any new progression on Norris' side, so... It actually is very likely right now that our progression is sitting on Zora, because I don't think we have anything else in logic other than maybe a Gina. So, kind of a 50-50 shot here.
I wasn't paying attention to whether we found both items in Desert or not.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Well, that doesn't do anything for us immediately.
No, but that does put... that does mean if Agina's a lamp, then we have to do... we have an Agassiz on our hands. Potentially. It'd be interesting to see if either one are opts to go for the mountain at that point. To see if they can sequence break around potentially having to do it with Agina.
I guess as we've seen both items because you got a compass there.
Yeah, so Agina's either a hammer or a lamp. Or is locking the hammer with a lamp, I should say.
Now here's something funny. If it's hammer, that could end up being bad. It could be a while before Matty gets the Zora for a second sword.
Yeah. Or maybe you know what? Maybe Matty decided to play the key layout and try to get the second item off the boss first.
Or it was big key early and just decided to save small key for going over to Agina.
Yeah, it could be that.
I'll pay a little more attention on the second desert trip because I really missed what he found in what order.
That's powder, so I guess it was both items on the right side. If he's continuing up in here.
Oh, there's Dark World. That
There's
means
Dark World.
that sword could be put off for a while.
Yeah, that's a sword where, like, he'll go back there, but he might go back there when he's doing, like, Ice Palace, or if he gets a mirror and can check Zora. Sorry, Catfish. But yeah, no, that actually is... It'll kind of depend where other swords are, but in terms of, like, execution, just having Master or Fighter is going to make a nice bit of time up for Zaph as the seat goes on. Yeah.
Especially the longer hammer avoids.
Yeah. Because, like, for Mothula, for example...
And Matty's just going straight South Shore.
Yeah, let's see if he opts to... I guess maybe he'll opt to continue up to Zora, but... maybe this is just mini Moldorm Cave, and then... he just starts... I mean, you can go to Dark World and you can potentially beat Skullbuds, or Ice, or Thieves Town.
And it is everybody's golf, is the MSU.
I just want to congratulate both of these runners for doing Mini Moldorm game correctly with the boots and dashing into the NPC. Well, he's gone out to Ice Red Cave.
A little bit of getting bonked off dash lines.
And Zeph doesn't have to resort to the bow, so a little bit more to him.
On the Everybody's Golf for the MSUs, you said that was Hot Shots Golf's other name?
Yeah.
So whoever said Hot Shots Golf in chat, you were technically correct. And he is going to continue the water walk.
Yeah.
These two are literally making the exact same plays. Can you tell these two play a lot with each other?
Yeah, so they'll be fairly close and things when all things coming out. I don't think Zaph's gonna... Zaph might take the mitts and leave. I don't know if he will.
I think he's going to do Agina. I think we're going to end up... Matty is going to end up a few seconds ahead still going into Dark World, it looks like.
Yeah.
Because Matty's going to save and quit off this sword while Zaph still has to walk into Agina's and bomb the wall. So it's going to be 10 seconds-ish.
So yeah, we're about the same sort of difference apart that we were before.
I'll be interested to see. We can actually kind of check it. We look at the time that Matty enters Dark World and then when Zaph enters and see how far apart they are. Because I feel like we're going to have the same route going forward right here, too.
It's going to be a King's Doom check, obviously. So I think it's closer to 18, 19 seconds right now. I mean, I don't think either runner really feels good or bad about getting the mitts in Eastern or both clubs. I think the seat's been pretty linear in how you want to sequence everything so far.
This map check's going to tell us a lot.
Yeah.
Right. Thievestown, Mire, Pod are pendants. Skull and Swamp are 5/6s.
Yeah, and Mire's the green. So we may not be seeing Flute today.
We do need Ice Rod, though.
We do need Ice Rod.
We need everybody's favorite item in Kaz Boots.
Yeah.
And you might hear the joke about Kaz Boots. They opened a standard boot seed, and their Link's House check was a sword.
Yeah. Zaph let his shield get eaten. Thanks, Zaph. There's a mushroom. Thankfully, got in after the powder, so we can ignore the should he have fake powdered debate. Also good on Zaph remembering that there is in fact an anti-fairy under that pod. But yeah, we're sitting on what, 9 hearts, Blue Mail, Fire Rod, Master Sword for both runners. I feel it shouldn't be too bad, hopefully.
As long as he doesn't live against the top wall, like he loves to do.
Yeah. I don't agree with this from Zaph.
Oh yeah, no mirror? No. If he had mirror, fine, but no mirror, this is kind of gross.
Yeah.
It's just out of the way. I mean, if you might have to do it anyways, but because we didn't check the front.
Yeah, we didn't check the front, but so the problem with this is twofold. One, either you're going to death warp, and you don't want to death warp. You can death warp after you kill Mothula. You don't want to death warp before killing Mothula. Two, Mothula is very much likely going to have the second item just because of how item distribution in this works, in Skullwoods works, because we can't have a small key on Mothula. Ergo, the only thing that can be on Mothula is either the map, compass, or big key, or an item, so it's just more statistically likely. So you should kill Mothula first, then check the bridge chest, then death warp or walk out, and then walk backwards. In the end, it's not going to matter too much. I don't think Norse is going to try to death warp here with 9 hearts and Blue Mail, but we'll see.
That was a really good moth fight.
Yeah.
That was quick. That might have regained most of the time.
Yeah.
I actually think he might be first out of Skull.
Yeah, because he's not going to have to... It'll be very close.
Oh, no, he's still going to be second out of Skull, but just by a couple seconds.
Yeah, so norskmatty's leaving at 37, Zaph's leaving at 40, so we've got about a 3-second difference.
No, true. You could gamble on back at Thievestown in the seed. It is a pendant Thieves.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really wants to, though.
Or do they believe in pendant pod?
Everybody loves pendant pod. I think without a hammer, with everybody, what everybody has right now, I think check the front 4 pod and just keep going south and head for Hype Cave.
Agreed. Now, it is kind of scary not having hammer, though, because it could be in some very nasty locations, but without... Kind of the good news is without lamp or flippers... Well, nope, that doesn't do anything. Without lamp or flippers, we're not really going to see it in pod.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take this second item, and we're just going to walk over to Bumper Cave now. I think.
Yeah. I love it. We're kind of orphaning Graveyard Ledge pretty hard. But I think the seed's just asking you to do that.
It's a standard boot seed. We kind of... Graveyard Ledge doesn't exist. Just a rupee. And we're also half an hour in. Nobody's checked the mountain either, but until you get like mountain access, I don't think anybody really wants to at this point.
Yeah, because I mean, we could feasibly start talking about go mode, but the only things we know we need for go mode are flippers, hammer, mirror, ice rod, and then we could need a medallion on top of that.
Yeah.
And there's lamp.
There's lamp.
So that means our hammer could technically be in pod.
Yeah.
It could be aggro required to get the hammer out of pod, which means we would current jump if that was the issue.
Yeah. I'm guessing. So let's see what Zaph opts to do here. He opened it, let the recoil push him further southward. I don't know. This is kind of like a good play, and okay, so he's going to go back up in there, but he could have continued further southward and just ignore the front four pod.
That's true. We do still have catfish, and we technically have mushroom if we ever find mirror.
Yeah. There is the mirror. Okay.
That's interesting. I do think you just keep going to Hype Cave because that's going to be your high density play.
Yeah, hopefully you find flippers soon, and then you can do swamp.
Still need hammer.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
This hammer is going to kick our butt in a lot of locations because we can actually technically get into a lot of places. We just can't finish them.
Yeah.
Like now we can out of Logicara if we want to. No, we have lamp. We can full Logicara.
Yeah.
We can get into ice. Can't beat it. We can
get into swamp. Can't beat it. Get into pod. Can't beat it. Can't get into TR.
You kind of have to have the hammer just to open it. And we're gonna
both are
we're gonna orphan another check here though.
We could be potentially sitting hammer go mode, which is also kind of scary.
That's true. Hammer go mode is frightening because that's a really fast go mode.
Yeah.
But we still have ice rod. I mean, until we find ice rod, no holds barred.
Yeah. Just some bombs. Probably pick a purple chest because we can also do Bombo's tab on our way down to checking everything down there as well.
And so there was also an option of them, what Zaph's doing right here, to do powder.
Yeah.
So Zaph's going to do it. Maddie skipped it.
Yeah, this is a good call on Zaph's part. Zaph's going to waste a little bit more time here because he's going to have to go back up to the Dark World portal to reset because he only has mitts. But if this is hammer, then well worth the time. No.
Just 20 rupees. That could have been a game swinging check.
Yeah.
But that's just going to give more time to norskmatty.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Zaph does from here because this makes kind of navigating the South Dark World going to be a little more awkward, just doing what he did. But
apparently, people in chat are wanting Zaph to save and quit from that.
Interesting that he's dashing north of... Okay, no, he's just setting up to do a better dash line through Vo. But I was wondering maybe if we would see if I could quit out a Graveyard Ledge and give us something a little spicier.
We haven't found anything new yet. So if you've never seen a Zaphikel race before, you will definitely see people in chat woeing over decisions he makes.
No, that never happens. I mean, usually I see Allison blowing over a decision that he makes, but Allison is racing right now, so that's not going to happen.
Well, we still have nothing new. So here's the fun part. We don't logically. We have Graveyard Ledge and Pod.
Well, we also have Mountain. We have...
Oh yeah, Mountain. Yeah, we have all of Mountain.
Yeah, we're gonna do Mountain. We have Glove Mitts. We would like a hammer to make the routing cleaner, but we have Glove Mitts, Mirror, Hookshot. We can full clear out the Mountain. And if the hammer isn't up there, then we got decisions to make. So Brad in chat is saying that he would have rather seen the Mountain play like immediately, a lot sooner. I kind of disagree, at least with the Mitts opening, with Mitts for Dark World Access. I kind of feel like you have to at least go down to Hype Cave. It's still a pretty dense set of checks. And Zaph, on the other hand, is starting from Castle. Why is he starting from Castle?
Well, I think what he means is because Zaph chose to do Powder.
Oh, yeah.
He would have preferred a save and quit to turn in the chest and then clean up South Dark World later, because you're already having to go back to the portal anyways.
Yeah.
Which I can see that.
Just Boomerang. Hey, we don't have flippers. This will help us for the one check.
This is an interesting choice to do Mushroom here.
Yeah. I mean, he could be anticipating that he's going to have to dive TR.
I mean, all we got to find is the hammer up here, possibly, because we just found a second medallion inside of Spec Rock. So that 3 seconds that Zaph was behind coming out of Skull is probably now like somewhere north of a minute.
Yeah. On the other hand, it's not like it's been an unproductive minute, but it's really gonna, at this point, like, if everything's on the way, Norris is kind of pretty good. Got a pretty good advantage right now.
Yeah, the problem is all the things that Zaph sidestepped for, nothing panned out.
Yeah.
So as long as Matty just never checks those things, then he just keeps all that time.
Yeah. Zaph. Okay, so I believe our last item's in Hera basement because we saw the map and the compass on the third floor of Hera. So
Now Zaph is grabbing this first, which okay. I think he can do the bomb jump pretty consistently, so I don't hate it.
yeah, if you can do the bomb jump, then this is absolutely the 100% the right way to order things. If not, it'll probably be done the way I guess Norse is probably going to grab it on the way out.
Yeah, that's what I figured he's gonna do. He's gonna grab it on the way out and then hook shot over. Ooh, we're skipping Hera.
Betting that there's no hammer in Hera, it looks like.
Oh no, he's gonna mirror in front of it from from GT.
Yeah.
Okay, I like this better then.
Yeah, this is the problem with this is that it's going to kind of like put a hard. It's going to be hard to get back to Spiral Cave.
Yeah, you're gonna have to choose between Spiral or if
well,
you find Hammer.
We can't do Spike, but there's our boots.
Also, he just wasted 2 bombs for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be interested to see what the route. Yeah, because most people will just drop off of this, go back through the portal, go up through Super Bunny.
Yeah.
And see, my guess is Maddie's not comfortable with that bomb jump because Maddie got the ether medallion and just save and quit back to Old Man.
Yeah. Yeah, that bomb jump is something like if you ever played like cross keys or entrance rando, that's 100% a great bomb jump to learn, and I'm not surprised that Zaph knows that. I'd be really shocked if he didn't, to be honest. It's really good and interesting because that's one of the few major like ways you can sequence break entrance logic, because that's never considered in logic, but it can get you to places that are a lot harder that the game may not expect you to get to for a very long time.
So let's talk about possibilities here. So if we find nothing on the mountain, which we're gonna find out soon, like we're about to find out if we need bombos. What do we have left? So we needed the ether. Cool.
Yeah.
If there's nothing on the mountain, then we have to do pod, or it's either pod, pyramid, catfish, or graveyard ledge. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, pyramid is. Yeah, it's probably going to be used Dark World at this point.
I mean, we'll know pretty soon because I think Hookshot Cave and Spiral are the last things we don't know on the mountain.
Yeah.
And so far, it's nothing. That doesn't help.
No. We can't get into Ice Palace because we don't logically have flippers yet. And even if we did, we can't do anything in there. So let's see, we'll see what Spiral Cave is here. I wonder if Zaph will do Hair Basement, considering that literally nothing's paid out for him yet.
He might, but if he feels behind, he might have to try to skip it.
Yeah.
That's one of those skips that you make if you feel behind and stand boots. It's like that left side swamp, Eastern vanilla big key chest. So nothing. So our answer is East Dark World.
East Dark World, the back of Thieves Town.
Oh, true.
We'll probably end up doing back of Thieves Town. Sorry, not back of Thieves Town, East Dark World instead.
Yeah, there's a lot more options over there.
Yeah.
Exactly what Brett said. Other than East Dark World and Graveyard Ledge, we have Back of Thieves and First Justice Swamp Palace.
True.
Oh, we don't even have First Justice
Well,
Swamp
no,
Palace, right? We have no flippers.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're good. I was agreeing with you for a second.
Yeah.
If Zaph skips the Hera basement, we're gonna be back to being close.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty committal skip. Yeah, I don't think he will either, but it'd be a hard thing to skip here.
Oh, we still have, I'd say Graveyard Ledge. Because we have Graveyard Ledge. And I kind of would expect them to both check Graveyard Ledge before current jumping now.
Well, we're getting Mushroom. We're getting the check that Zaph did before the mountain now.
Yeah, so this will probably end up working a bit in Zaph's favor right now, because we're going to have to dig for... this is going to depend on if both of them realize that East Dark World's in logic or not. Because this is something where you might not 100% think about it immediately. I know Zaph's had a couple really nasty cross-key seed where, like, a Castle Tower 2 key's shown up in a really ghost spot and it's thrown East Dark World into logic, as opposed to just, like, current jumping. But norskmatty could be doing some other stuff like Purple Chest or... well, not Purple Chest, but, like...
if he gives the powder check time back, then
yeah.
Zaph's going to be in decent shape. It'll at least be closer.
Yeah.
Correct, Sarah. Or Seraph, sorry.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think Zaph's... I think Zaph was hoping to skip Laurel's Cave, but no.
Oh yeah, we still have Spiral Cave on Zaph's side.
Yeah.
Yep, so we're about to start finding out information, because Maddie is on the way over to Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah.
We'll see whether it's here or... and I'm pretty sure both of them can current jump. It's not really a hard bomb jump. It's fairly forgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, Ice Rod.
Ice Rod, at least.
Required, not progression. So we're definitely locked by East Dark World at this point. Or front... or Back at Thieves. Maddie's going back left. Maddie's going to do Back at Thieves.
Possibly. I mean, they also have... they could
Powder.
also be looking at powder as well. Maybe they realized they could have done powder the first time through, but they're heading into Thieves down.
Okay. If we get a current jump on the other side, this could be interesting. Okay. I don't know if he's hitting the wrong button or what. Double fast map check.
Well, Zaph's heading... okay, obviously Zaph's heading for Graveyard Ledge because he knows it's in logic, and...
So I don't remember how many items we saw in the front of Thieves. I know we got Mirror.
we got Mirror, we got the big key, we got the small key, and I think there might have been a compass, so we could be sitting in a 3-item back.
Which is kind of scary because we don't have Hammer.
Yeah. But, of course, the fact of the matter is we did find the small key, so we can logically get to blind even without a hammer.
Let's see what Zaph does. If Zaph goes kern jumping, this is going to be... Zaph is going right.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Divergence. Who made the right play? I feel like he's a little high.
The high accident help matters here.
Okay, that looks better.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, if he wasn't failing the bomb jump. He's got to be too high. Well, that's bad.
I mean, there are alternate ways to do this. If he, what's he doing? That's just a red rupee. That's not a bomb. There's a bomb in the pack over here.
He's going back into. He's going to go back to get 4 more bombs. Oh, Matty's going to be all the way over here by the time Zaph hits us with a Back of Thieves done.
Yeah.
I think he was a pixel too high on those last few attempts. You're supposed to be like a pixel above the bottom. Like above hugging the bottom corner.
Yeah, so it wasn't Thieves Town, so it is East Dark World.
Is he not holding down? Oh, too low.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is bad.
This isn't good.
Yeah, he's going to abandon. He's going to abandon and go to Thieves. Well,
does Norris know how to bomb jump? No, okay, I know what he's doing. He's doing the ultimate backup strat.
oh, he's gonna water walk off of the portal by Skullwoods.
Yeah, so much like you can set up the water walk in Ice Rock Cave, you can do you can set up a water walk right there on that pit exactly, like he just did.
Oh my god, that could have already been in East Dark World like 2 minutes ago if he can current jump.
Zaph, no!
I think he's tilted over the bomb jump.
Yeah, I don't know where Norris is. Well,
He's got to be going to current jump.
yeah, I think so. So, Norris. So the thing with. So Norris save and quit out of Magic Bad to go walk to the town portal from Think. I feel like that's slower. No, Zaph, there's... I don't know what you're doing. And meanwhile, Norris has completely managed to nail the current jump on the first try. Oh god, it's a shovel.
And shovel's a logical check, so
Yeah.
The seed was very giving at first. Now it's just being funny.
Yeah. Fortunately, this kind of means everybody's going to commit to a full clear pod.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna check pyramid and then just dive pod until we find everything we possibly can.
Yeah, I am surprised that Zaph didn't at least maybe try to do a splash delete there, but on the other hand...
I mean, I can do. I'm not good at most tricks in this game, and I can do a kern jump pretty consistently. And I just eyeball it.
just
that. Yep, our answer's in pod. Oh, we got flippers. Where'd we get flippers at? We must have got flippers in Thieves.
Oh yeah, no, we did. Shoot, okay. We got distracted by Zaph. That we missed the flippers. That's not good for Zaph, actually. So Zaph's Zaph's probably hitting flippers go mode if they're, if nothing else is behind flippers.
I mean, flippers are required.
Yeah. But
I mean, nailing that kern jump on the first try, though, we got to get props. To be fair, I think everybody was watching the kern jump failure. Attempts. The kern jump attempts.
Yeah. Zaph, you have... Oh, Zaph doesn't have bombs. What am I saying? He wants to get bombs. You know, I'd be reminded somewhat, partially because Norris is using everybody's golf. I'm reminded of Tin Cup, in a way. I don't know if anybody's seen that movie. I'm probably dating myself at this point. It was an old movie even when I was a kid. So.
Wait to see if anybody in chat answered you. Okay, we got somebody that said great film.
Okay, good.
I don't know if that one's ended up on my radar yet. I'm not young, but I definitely have a lot of movies and stuff I am missing and that I have not seen throughout the years.
Oh.
Alright, so nothing of note there. I mean, to be fair, if we find Hammer... The bad part is if we find Hammer, that's going to send Zaph up to TR before... before he finds Flippers.
Yeah.
So my gut says with Flippers having been in Thieves, yeah, there's the Hammer. My gut says that with... No, he's battling just with the Hammer.
He's in go mode.
He is in go mode. Ooh. Yeah, so that's probably going to be hard to come back from. I ain't gonna say GG's yet, but
yeah, no. Well, I mean, Zaph's gonna full clear here. He'll do TR, which is necessary, but realistically, like, he needs to get himself back to Thieves Town, and like, he won't go to Swamp. He won't go into Ice, unless we find Flute before we're in go mode, before the flippers. He's probably not going to go into Mire. But Zaph's still got a lot of other places to clear before I'll go back to Thieves Town.
yeah, this is just a order of operations.
Yeah. Now, this isn't a green pendant Helma, so Zaph could opt to bail without killing him.
Tara, don't call me out like that. I didn't notice he had flippers.
I
Okay.
was the one who called Norse out for that. I honestly wasn't watching him too much because I was watching Zaph trying to figure out what Zaph was going to do with the water walk. Because I hadn't seen somebody try to check it on those stairs in a long time.
And also, I may have done. Oh, there may have been other people who have kern jumped with flippers before.
Yeah. So Zaph's going to go do TR. This isn't too bad. Be interesting to see exactly. Curious, I may just take a quick look at Norris's vibe just to see exactly where Thieves found the flippers were. They weren't on.
I don't think they
attic.
were attic, so they had to be either blind cell or blind. And I want to say blind. I had saw a map or something.
I'm pretty sure they weren't on blind. I'm pretty sure I at least caught what that was.
Then they have to be blind cell. Okay. Bread's confirming it was blind cell.
Yeah.
And while norskmatty is in go mode, norskmatty is on Master Sword, no silver arrows, so norskmatty will be checking everything in their path to try to find at minimum another sword. Or bow. They'll take either.
Preferably both, but. No, Aga was not logically required today at all, no.
It was the big fake. So this is gonna go pretty quick though, because we've got Swamp right here, and then we're gonna jet right over and do Ice Palace,
No.
and then up to TR.
Oh yeah, this is a crystal. Yeah, realistically, I think we'll be done in about 15, 20 minutes at most.
Depending on if he finds another sword or bow.
Yeah.
It could be a little faster, it could be a little slower if he has to grind out a Master Sword Silverless.
Yeah.
Well, Master Sword Silverless is 100%. Oh, we do have a sword. Where was the sword at?
It must have been on right side pod, so we'll have a sword.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, at the very least, we have to do 12 spins and not 24.
Oh yeah, that's much better. So it was right side TR, which means Maddie will get it. So yeah, that's gonna make that infinitely easier.
Good, and that'll be nice for Zaph too, because that'll make his Tridex fight just a bit smoother. Zaph continues to never be able to figure out the chain chomps room. And yeah, as we're kind of like starting to hit go mode, please give our runners a follow, norskmatty and Zaphikel. Zaph doesn't always stream on that account. He does have another one for a lot of Link to the Past races. Thanks to my Kokon IB Karma for working with me tonight, and thanks to Jaxie for doing our tracking and pushing the buttons.
Oh yeah, and thank you, Tough-Isle. Like I said, I haven't done this in a while, so it felt good to get back on. It just calm two friends racing. It's I'm teammates with one of them, league and other tournaments. You can't if you can't guess who. It's the Plague Knight.
Yeah, I may moderate his chat just for remote slots, but
I've heard his emote game strong.
I've been helping a little bit, I think, but
But yeah, I mean, the odds of Zaph winning this game 1 in this set is not 0, but it's not too far above it.
Yeah. Oh, have magic at least. Yeah, there will be a game 2 that will be tomorrow night. It's supposed to be, I believe, restreamed on ALTTPR randomizer, the
Exact
channel
same
for the
time.
for at the exact same time. I think you're also signed up to do comms with me on that as well. So, I don't know how that happened, but it did.
Yeah, I just signed up for comms. Like I forgot I hadn't signed up this tournament season, so I wanted to get a few in. Probably get a few more in brackets. I'll get some different matches in. But the good news is tomorrow, based on what I saw today, we're probably gonna get a different mode.
Yeah, no, I mean, we had we had about an equal chance tonight of drawing Standard Boots, Ambrosia, or Tournament Boss, with 3 cards each, and then Bad Keys and Tournament Heart only had 1.
Yeah,
So
tomorrow should be a McBosser and Ambrosia, which I know they really want an Ambrosia rematch. Both of them are big fans of Ambrosia.
yeah.
They met in League for that mode, and it was a 20-second difference, so they've been wanting a rematch of that one.
Yeah, I would also say that Zaph, I know, did pretty well with ladder Ambrosia the last couple seasons as well. So I think it was like maybe top 5, top 10 in the mode.
To be honest, Joker, I have no clue which one of them drinks more. I know Zaph is a stout aficionado. I'm not sure on Maddie's side.
The good news is Zaph's almost at the end of Laser Bridge. I think there was 1 key on here, so Norris will have to come down here to check it. But
The good news is we have not found Flute.
yeah,
Not finding Flute's gonna push him back to Thieves Town quicker.
he really only has like hammer pegs and shovel, other than Thieves Town. So oh, and so I guess he'll probably end up doing Spike Cube right after this. But like, he really only has like 3 or 4 spots left. He'll be in go mode, but he'll probably be somewhere in Ice Palace by the time, and just entering Ice Palace by the time Wars is done, I think.
Yeah, he's probably filling behind too. Like he missing all those turn jumps and having to go back get bombs and go back and set up double water walk. I mean, you have to fill behind.
Yeah.
If you didn't already. And we got silvers for free, so yeah, this is gonna be a tempered sword silver fight instead of a master sword.
Yeah.
He's looking for Flipper's go mode, Allison.
Yes. Yeah, he was looking for Flippers.
I would not suggest rewatching. Yeah, I would not suggest rewatching the middle of this VOD at all.
No.
Not for you.
No. Yeah, no. So basically, Zaph, when we kind of had checks dry up, Zaph wanted to go to East Dark World rather than back at Thieves Town because we could do Aga and try to current jump, and we'll just say try as a nice way to put what happened.
There may have been north of like 15 bombs used.
So he did not go into he opted not to go into Thieves Town, but he would have been trailing behind at that point anyway. He was a bit more thorough in the overworld, and unfortunately, just everything except for about the Flippers and the Hammer were on the way, and he kind of got roped into Flippers and Hammer pretty quickly at the end.
Yeah, what Seraph said. That's essentially what it boils down to. And finding hammer first just opened up way more. So Maddie had a hammer go mode, whereas Zaph is going to have a flippers go mode. But yeah, this does not end chances for either runner. This does not guarantee either runner spot. We still have to wait for tomorrow's outcome. So if Maddie stays ahead like he is and wins this game, then if he wins tomorrow, he automatically seals himself into second seed in the group and will advance to brackets. If he loses tomorrow, then the match between Zaphikel and Krithel will determine who gets in. Out of Maddie and Zaphikel. So losing this game one puts a lot more weight on Zaphikel. Because then he has to win both in order to advance, whereas Maddie just has to win the next one. Oh no.
No, no.
That was
Go
literally
into
the
these.
worst thing ever. Oh. I mean, if he's going to do thieves, he's going to do it now. He hasn't pulled out mirror, so.
Well, he won't quite last location flippers, but he'll come damn close to it.
Alright, so, I guess we're supposed to be playing a game, right?
I guess so.
I see people already typing numbers in. So we have, what is it, 22?
I think that's the number. There's a 23rd chest, but nobody will check it.
So give a guess between 1 and 22. We'll be going by, of course, Maddie, since he'll be entering GT first. Where do you think the GT big is going to be? It will end. I guess it will end when he enters GT, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So when he opens the door, or when he actually enters?
When he actually enters. We'll give him a couple extra seconds, I guess. And Zaph just hit his go mode.
They were in Blind Cell.
Yeah. Drosy and Drosy in the usual chit-chat fashion asks exactly where the item was just as the run picks it up.
Alright. We are in, so let's start counting. We have a Hope. Now, is he Hope right, or is he Hopeful left? Hope right.
And he's doing it the right way, too.
See, there's so many variations on what you can do with GT.
Yeah, I tend to be more of a Hope Room runner.
I DM.
Yeah. I'll DM in Boss Shuffle. I don't like to DM otherwise.
Right, so it was not 1 or 2. It is 6.
Did we get a 6?
We did not have a 6. We had like 1 single-digit number guess.
Now we had 2. Okay, somebody guessed 7. Sorry, nobody wins tonight.
I mean, they were closest without going over. Is it Price is Right rules?
This isn't horseshoes. This is a serious game that people take very seriously.
Internet points. Zap is a whole, what, 2.5 dungeons behind, essentially?
Yeah. It'll be somewhere nice when this is all said and done, but, yeah.
Well, he's gonna skip all these other chests because he already has tempered silvers.
True.
I'll save him a couple seconds.
Yeah. No, I guess I have to technically activate a sleep, but I don't think it would have really mattered because I think about you probably would have spent about just about the same amount of time just getting to ice palace just from dashing as opposed to fluting.
Does he remember to grab the key? Yes. Oh. Maybe.
You did. Oh, he got the bomb went off, but there was too much sprite stuff going on the screen, so the ball didn't actually, the texture didn't change.
I've been playing this game a while. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It'll happen it happens once or twice a tournament. It's not particularly common. No, that isn't a wall hack. That is legitimately just something that can happen with the random Link to the Past.
Math is broken in many ways. Link to the Past is broken in many ways.
Yeah.
There's a reason we can block clip through a solid wall in Ice Palace.
Well, that's because we make the game think that we're sitting in an entrance and we lost hit detection. Because how else would you walk through a wall?
Game works perfectly and logically.
Walk through a door. No.
Will Zap finish ice?
Here's a question. Will Zeph get half magic in the next chest?
That's true. He hasn't opened much, but this chest is ultra free. He did.
He
Okay.
does. Yeah. That's just muscle right there.
I mean, it's a free check, realistically. I mean, there's not much you want here, but
Half Magic's on the short list.
Force Sword, Red Mail, that's it. Oh, Ganon's deciding to teleport a lot.
And that's all 7 crystals down for Zaph. Still mountain climbing a full GT clear behind Norse Command.
Nice.
Yeah, nice triple.
Alright, as long as he doesn't fall off the bridge, get your GGs ready. And official GGs. Matty will finish in first with a 120.34.
And Zaph has forfeited almost immediately afterwards. So I think we're going to try to get both of them in for an interview now. I know Zaph probably has thoughts.
And it's fair for him to forfeit right there. He wasn't even in GT yet. He still had the mountain climb and do the entirety of GT.
Yeah.
He was probably also just not filling it. I could understand being a little frustrated.
Yeah. It looks like they're in the waiting room. Let's see if we can get them in. GG's. That was a fun seed.
The seed was fine. The seed was not bad at all. The problem is I used the entire U.S. military budget on bombs to Kern jump, and I failed 18 times.
Allison missed it.
I don't give a shit. Don't. And the thing is that, like, and we were talking about this already. So firstly, GG's Maddie. You deserve this. Well deserved. Well played.
GG's Zaph.
Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up too much here.
I feel like 18 attempts at Kern jump is worth beating myself up over. I'm gonna throw that one out there. I probably earned it. But the thing, right, is that, like, you have a couple of choices, and at the like, by the time everything plays out, not many hours of this, my one out is DS Flippers first, misses Ice Rod, and that's it, right? Like, and as I save and quit the old man to go to GT, and I see the finish, I was like, nope, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, really, you guys were very, very close through most of the seed. Like, I think when you guys had finished leaving Skullwoods and killing Mothula, I think we were like down to maybe like 5 seconds of difference between the two of you. Even though, Zaph, you checked bridge chest before going back to Mothula first. But
yes, as you do.
Yeah, as you do. But
because I was back to front, so I kind of had to, I think, because I didn't know what the front layout was.
So, but really, kind of like when you kind of ended up like leaving Thieves Town, the first really kind of major point of divergence was Zaph, you opted to check powder immediately, and then Norse Commander, you kind of just went south instead and turned in purple chest. So there was a bit of a gap there, but like all in all, it all started to kind of like equalize out because that hammer and those slippers just didn't want to be found, and then you guys kind of made your choices on Norse Commander. I wanted to dig these down before heading over to East Dark World, and Zaph, you decided to go to East Dark World first, and so kind of was like there. And I think even so, Zaph, even without the current jump issues, you were still going to be sitting flippers for go mode. And
Oh yeah, no,
Norse was sitting camera for go mode. So.
The reality there is I made the conscious decision because already in my head I'm like, there's Strams the back of Thebes. We Matt and I talk about this. Actually, I'm gonna shut up and let Maddie talk because I've talked a ton. Maddie, go. Maddie, go.
That's fine. No, we did talk in the race for a bit, and I think he said he went to he did the current job with Pod before Thieves Town, and in my opinion, I think that's also very sensible. I don't see anything wrong with that. It's it's technically in logic if you beat Aga. Obviously, neither of us were going to do that, but it could definitely have had both the flippers and a hammer. In this case, having the hammer was bad because it led him away, right? Up to Turtle Rock and where there was nothing. And the only reason that I did Thieves before Pod was I had the small key in the front, and I thought maybe the hammer could be back there because everything there would be in logic with that key. So it was just like a lot of rando. It just kind of comes down to what do you decide to do first, and I got the fortune this time, but it could definitely switch next time.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, like, I did bat first because honestly, the way I was looking at it was I don't want to come back to here, period. Right? Like, I'm coming back here maybe with a hammer for flippers. Turns out that's what I did, and that wasn't it. Because, like, I mean, you have fish, you have ledge, you have pod. So plus minus, 6.5 items. Yeah, it's a gamble. This one didn't pay off. To be fair, like, I'm not. We've joked about this before. This is not the mode I wanted against you for a number of reasons. I did not want this.
I didn't either. It can be very swingy, like and it showed it here. It was just one decision made the huge difference.
So first thing I was going to say was GG's to both of you,
Hell
and
yeah.
then beginning of the seed. How did you guys like that beginning of the seed?
Stupid. This is just
sword start. I enjoyed the sword start with the boots. I that was good.
Yeah, you guys got sword, bow, hook shot, and then by the time you left CAC, you also had Moon Pearl and I want to say something else on top of it.
Book.
Yeah, I mean, you basically had
And Fire Rod.
Yeah, you had the Eastern effective starter pack, and then you find the glove in Eastern, right? And it's like, all right, cool, like this whole thing, and then you just give mitts, and it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking like, oh, this could be Super Jetty Seed. Wasn't thrilled about seeing that, and I guess it could have been if you played it in a very specific way that I don't think a lot of people would, but maybe someone would.
Yeah. You both decided to dig out that second sword from Zora.
Yeah, like that was maybe. I'm trying to think because there was there's nothing like there. Yeah, there is a world where it's like you do this, but at the same time, it just everything's in play, right? Like there's no reason not to full clear the light world. I feel.
Yeah, I didn't want to because I don't know what you did, but the last thing in the light world for me, other than sequence breaking the mountain, was doing minimal orb to Ice Rock Cave.
I did that first before Desert.
Okay.
So I just want to have a little bit more firepower. I mean, like we had fire rods. Like I don't need that much more firepower for Lemos, but it's like at the same time that basically means like I either have a decision point of going up the mountain or I hold off on it, and that's
Yeah, for me, I did Desert before that, so then I had to decide: do I want to go to Dark World now, or do I want to go and do Mini Moldor and Ice Rod? And I thought, well, I'm not like not doing these. So I might as well do it now in case I don't want to skip like a hammer or flippers or cane or whatever might be back there. We had a lot already, but it was still like I don't want to skip those spear zero checks in this right now. And then when did the water walk to Zora and all that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like there's literally so much out there, and in spite of the fact that we were gifted a half of a mystery like inventory, I did not really want to chance it. So like You lose a seed usually in the first 20 minutes by doing stuff like that. You don't necessarily win, right? It's like there's no rhyme or reason to like just drop that stuff off. So yeah,
Yeah, never skip mini mulligan.
yeah, never.
Even though in this case it would be fine. It had absolutely
Absolutely nothing. Yeah, it's perfect.
just
as
like
you do.
Hype Cave and Hookshot Cave. Hookshot Cave was just like all arrows or something. I mean, it was like I was getting desperate for a hammer at that point, and yeah, it was not good.
Yeah. Mid's Dark World Access is arguably one of my least favorite things, and this is kind of one of those, like, you just have awkward, like, it's not bad, they're just awkward decisions.
It's the worst. I mean, it's definitely the worst of the two, main Dark World Access, unless we count out Aga, but that's...
I will take Aga over Mids by 100%.
Yeah, I can see that. You have, because it's like, okay, I have to start from CAC, and I probably don't. If I'm doing that and I don't have a hammer, now I have to. What am I going to do about thieves? All that fun decision making. Do I go north? Do I go south? Blah blah blah. When I go south to Hype Cave, I'm going to get stuck. All that.
But yeah, I mean, here's the thing: is that like this is, I think for I see the numbers dwindling on SpeedGaming chess. I'm not going to delay. It's like this is a fun mashup that has a fun bit of history between the two of us, right? Like now you are 2-0 against me. No, on restreams, and just generally in matches like this, and it's like, I know what I'm good at, and this was not. This displayed all the things I wasn't. But yeah, no, this is. I mean, huge kudos to you, right? Like obviously, again, like there's just so much that goes into like us getting here and us being in the same group. So like I wanted to play a good game. Unfortunately, I did not showcase that. However, you did, and huge kudos to you on that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't. If like they were saying, we were basically tied coming into the Skull Woods. I mean, there's probably not that much difference between us.
It was 3. So it was 10 seconds or 11 seconds coming out of escape that Maddie was ahead.
Yeah,
because Zaph was farming stun prizes. Maddie never checked it.
I was so happy to see that.
And then it was it got cut down to like 10 seconds. The big difference came at which fight was it? It was Armos. So like Maddie I think missed the quick kill and then Zaph got it, and then there was another fight that was slightly faster, and it was the Moth fight. The Moth fight tied it up, and it was literally Zaph left Skull 3 seconds after Maddie.
Yeah,
like the boss area.
Yeah, I peeked back, I think, in the 10 minutes between delay and everything. And like the one thing is at one point I'm like, oh, Maddie's in Hookshot Cave, I'm in Hera, and I'm like, wait a second, I did these kind of out of order. So like probably some small bit of difference. And again too, like I did Magic Bat before because it's all like you see Powder, Mitts, and Mirror, and like every just Plando hellscape design comes in the back of your brain like, what godforsaken shit are you gonna throw at me? So yeah.
Hammer and Magic Bat, everybody's favorite.
I've had that more times than I would like to admit.
I've played cross keys, I know
yeah, exactly. So we play again tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to it. I think our card is now either McBoss or Ambrosia. I don't know how the refill on the card works. Hold on.
I mean, McBoss and Ambrosia are definitely going to have the highest chance, but the only one like McBoss or not McBoss, this one Standard Boots is guaranteed not to happen. I think everything else is potentially on the table.
Yeah, no, you're right, because now it refills the tournament hard and the fad keys up to 2, and so our version McBoss are at 3. Okay, so
I'm curious, which one are you guys wanting?
I want Ambrosia. Well, we need to... I don't know what Maddie wants. I know I want Ambrosia.
I don't mind Ambrosia.
Yeah, I've talked to both Top Island and Chad about your guys' history with the Ambrosia and the 20 seconds in League and wanting that rematch. So everybody's kind of already aware of that. So hopefully we get it tomorrow.
If we don't, go ahead.
I was going to say, I could tell you what I would like, and it's a mode I haven't had a chance to call in the main tournament yet.
What's that, Toffel?
Fad keys.
Yeah, we could actually. I wouldn't mind.
Fad keys is possible. It's one of the less likely ones, but it's still like, I mean, the cards are just random, so it could absolutely come up.
Well, I wouldn't hate it. I mean, like, to be fair, I would basically take any mode but open hard because I find that to just be uninteresting. Like, there's nothing wrong with a mode. It's just not interesting.
Don't want to
Yeah.
show off your NMG practice, Zeph.
Or the complete lack thereof. Yeah, you got it. No, I mean, like, obviously, what this tournament is meant to showcase like a variety of skill, right? Like, and it's one of those things where it like, when Crystal and I had the match last Friday, and Mike was like, "Did you think this mode was hard?" And it was like, I made mistakes, I had deaths, and they weren't due to the tournament hard setup. It was, like you like jet seeds, and this one not exclusive. Like, it's one of those things where, and hilariously enough, I end this looking at my screen like 17 hearts, blue male tempered. Like, you get into positions where the game can throw anything at you, right? Like, we could have a fad keys tomorrow where we just end up in a complete jet, or swords and stuff is buried too. Like, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it could be fad keys where we have like every boss fight is with a fighter sword because we don't find the master sword forever.
I wouldn't mind McBoss. It's honestly, like, I think everyone kind of has their own take on Schrodinger's Go mode of the mode, but like it at least gives you a little bit of surprise. Like the one thing every now and then, like I did this at least twice in the asyncs, was like, oh yeah, I can go into Eastern without a bow. It's like, no, you can't, because it's
You may not need the bow to beat the boss, but you still can't go back there.
yeah.
But yeah, well, GG's again.
Yeah,
We'll do it
absolutely.
again tomorrow. Nothing's decided, so
By the way, did you open your beer yet?
I did, yes.
Okay, I had another Imperial Stout from last night. I had 2 of them, so I've been sipping I'm now sipping on that. Admittedly, about 20 minutes, and I'm like, this is looking to be a jet. I need all 10 brain cells working in conjunction. So,
Yeah, I'll be enjoying it the rest of the evening.
oh yeah, no, I mean, I will be too. Comms, thank you guys for doing this. Toffile, as always, is lovely to see you. Karma, I would never want to see you again.
Right now, we'll be back tomorrow night.
We'll be back tomorrow night.
God damn it! Jaxie, I believe, tracked this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, Jackson.
Yeah, thanks, Jaxie. Yeah, see y'all again tomorrow night, I guess.
GG's to both of you again, and yes, that didn't decide anything, but if Maddie wins tomorrow, Maddie's in. If Zaph wins tomorrow, then Zaph also has to beat Krithel.
Yeah, I think that is now the path forward for me. Maddie wins tomorrow, that's it. Krithel and I just play for giggles on Friday.
Yeah.
Yep. You have to win both.
Yeah, which, I mean, I was not playing this as though I didn't want to win. But
Well, that's good. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure you'd like it if I wasn't playing to win. The Kern jump definitely had the vibes of Zaph, don't make it look so obvious, but no.
I was just trying to win. I'm not sure I want you to, but I think you should try. Yeah.
But yeah, maybe tomorrow you can use 28 bombs. Since you used 8 against Krithel, I used 18 tonight. If you use 28 bombs against me,
Okay.
look, it evens it out. Yeah.
A deal. Yeah.
Deal. Okay, yeah, we're good.
I might go back on the deal, but we'll see.
Okay, dude. It's on SpeedGaming. It's legally binding.
It is. Oh man, there's a lawyer at my door right now.
Bam. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of this beer. Again, Matty, GG, see you tomorrow. Well played, for real. Like 120 on this seed. You knew it coming out of Escape that it could happen, especially you see the crystal layout, but you're like, maybe. No, but it,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yep.
That's it.
GG's. Thanks everyone.
Jeez. Yep.
I'm gonna let Toffile close us out, but yeah, GG's to our runners. GG's to thank you, chat. Thank you, Jaxie. Thank you, Toffile.
Yep.
And Toffile, you can close it out.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you again, Karma. Thank you, Jaxie. Please, again, give our runners, Zaphikel and norskmatty, a follow. Very entertaining. Could do very good commentary on the races on ladder and whatnot. And from here on out, have a good night. I'm not too sure if there are any other matches going on tonight. I think this might have been the last or second to last match. So please join us again tomorrow for some more Link to the Past Randomizer Main Tournament 2023 action. Thank you.